Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about ways we can utilize to enhance plant growth. So as you may know, in my Discus tank, I have basically just two types of plants. One is the dwarf hairgrass and the other one is the S. repens. Both of them are carpeting plants. And I noticed that after about a month or so of putting in the fish, even though the fish produce a lot of waste and I feed the fish, of course, the plant growth has kind of, come to a screeching halt in a way. I did have some algae problems as well, so I made a video about how to combat blue-green or cyanide algae, which basically, affected the plant growth really badly because it covered all of the plants, and so the CO2 that I was injecting wouldn't get in contact with the plant. And also because the grass was covered with the algae, the light wouldn't reach, the algae. So yeah, that really put a dent on the growth of that plant. But I got rid of it, and still I think there could be some ways to improve the plant growth. So I was looking into fertilization. So there are a lot of products from Seachem, for example. Seachem Flourish is really popular, but the problem is you need to dose it, correctly, and especially in a tank like that is that big. And it just becomes a nuisance in trying to get the exact amount every time. So what I tried to do first, I'm going to show you right now, is I bought a bunch of these pumps and measured, how many milliliters get dispersed for each pump that I pressed here. And then basically from there, I just had to count, how many times I have to pump to make sure that enough of it gets into this aquarium. But it just became really too much of a hassle. So I had to find a way to, to automate it in some sort of way. And what I found was this device right here. So this is a dosing pump. Usually used in saltwater aquariums, and it's basically one main unit with 4 different pumps. And then I also purchased a 3-compartment container. Each compartment holds 150 milliliters, or 1,500 milliliters, so 1.5 liters. And together with the Seachem Flourish and maybe the Flourish Advanced, I hope that I can get this plant growth to basically improve a little bit, because really, especially here on the left side, this never really grew back. So the pleco that I put in there that made this big mess, it never really recovered this area. So every time I vacuum the bottom, I do pull out some of the plants, and I think, okay, it's no big deal, but then they never really grow back. So I really have to find a way to kind of kickstart this. And that's why I'm thinking about fertilization and looking for ways to automate it. So this is how the pump looks like out of the box. Looks pretty sophisticated. So yeah, this has really good reviews, so I hope it works well. It comes with an extra one in case one of them wears out. This is the container, and we have 3 compartments like I mentioned earlier. Here it lets you measure exactly how much you want to put in it, and it's not, screw on, so that's maybe a downside. But if you kind of mount it permanently somewhere, there shouldn't be any spillage. And like I said, what I'm going to be using is mainly the Seachem Flourish, which is right here. And I may use the Seachem Flourish Advanced, which is a slightly different product. This one is just like a general fertilizer, and the other one is mainly used for kickstarting root growth. So this will be important for, this hairgrass that needs to propagate by sending of runners. So hopefully that will kickstart that a little bit. And yeah, after setting this all up, I'll probably do an update video maybe in like a month or so to see if I see any difference. You have to measure exactly how much you need to put in, and according to the instructions on the flourish, you're supposed to put it in either once or twice a week. But what I'm going to be using this, or the way I will be programming this, is I will just divide the amount of fertilization into 7 equal amounts. So every day I will have this pump turn on and disperse the fertilizer into the aquarium after the lights go out. And then, yeah, I think this is about the best way. It's the most gradual way to get this into the tank, and that should make a big difference.